Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we learn to read between the lines of corporate filings and find out what it all really means. Today we're diving into American Realty Investors, or RL as they're known on the stock exchange. And their latest report, get ready, because sometimes these reports tell a very interesting story, and this one is no exception. So what is the big news here? Well, ARL just held their annual meeting of stockholders. Think of it as the big yearly check in where the company tells its owners what has been happening and what is coming next. This report is basically a recap of that meeting, telling us what was voted on and how it all shook out. The main event at these meetings is usually the election of directors. These are the folks who are in charge of guiding the company. And here, we see who got the green light from the shareholders to continue leading the charge. We've got Henry A. Butler, William J. Hogan, Robert A. Jakuski, Fernando V., Lara Sellis and Ted R. Munsell. Let's look at the numbers. Henry A. Butler received a whopping 15,216,520 votes in favour. That is a massive show of confidence from the shareholders. No votes against, just some abstentions and broken non-votes. The same pattern holds true for the other nominees. William J. Hogan got over 15 million votes for Robert A. Jakuski over 15 million. Fernando V. Lara Sellis also over 15 million, and Ted R. Munsell just shy of 15,109,000. It looks like all the nominees, who are current directors, were indeed re-elected. This indicates a pretty strong stamp of approval from the investors on the current leadership. Beyond the directors, there was another important decision made, approving the company's auditors. This is like the shareholders saying yes to the accountants who will be checking the company's books to make sure everything is on the up and up. And that appointment went to Farmer, Fuqua and Huff. PC, the vote was overwhelmingly in favour, with 15,617,234 votes for it. Only a small number were against and very few abstained. This means the shareholders are comfortable with this accounting firm continuing their oversight for the year. And just to wrap up the leadership news from these meetings, Henry A. Butler was re-elected as the chairman of the board, and Ted R. Munsell will continue as the presiding director. These are key roles in how the board operates and guides the company. Now, let's talk about what this all means. This report from American Realty Investors, Inc. is primarily about corporate governance and shareholder voting. It is not a deep dive into quarterly financials, and that is okay. What it tells us is that the company's shareholders have reaffirmed their trust in the current leadership team and the company's choice of auditors. The high number of votes in favour for the directors suggests a stable and perhaps predictable path forward for REALTY in the near term. When shareholders are happy with leadership, it often means they are content with the company's current strategy and performance, or at least they don't see a compelling reason for a shake-up. Now, if we consider the bigger picture for American Realty Investors, they operate in the real estate sector, and as you know, that sector can be quite sensitive to interest rates, economic conditions, and market demand. While this filing doesn't give us specific financial performance figures, the smooth sailing in terms of director elections and auditor ratification points towards operational stability from the shareholders' perspective. However, this stability can also be a double-edged sword. It might mean less dynamism or fewer bold strategic shifts. For investors who are looking for significant growth or transformative changes, this might be a sign to look elsewhere. On the other hand, for those seeking a steady, well-managed company with a consistent approach, ARL's report post meeting could be reassuring, looking at the numbers presented. Especially the vote counts like the 15 million plus votes for the directors, we can infer that a significant portion of the company's outstanding shares were present and voting. Remember, it is not just about how many shareholders vote, but how many shares are represented. The report mentions over 16 million shares were outstanding on the record date, and the voting numbers clearly show strong participation and consensus. This high level of engagement and agreement is generally a positive sign about shareholder confidence. It suggests that the company has effectively communicated its direction and the qualifications of its nominees to its shareholders, leading to such a solid voting outcome. So, to sum it up, this filing is a snapshot of corporate democracy in action. The shareholders of American Realty Investors, Inc. have spoken, and they've given a resounding endorsement to their current board of directors and their chosen auditors. This signals a period of continuity and stability for the company. While we don't have the financial meat and potatoes in this specific report, the corporate governance aspect is crucial. A well-governed company with a confident shareholder base is often a good foundation for future success, assuming the underlying business fundamentals are sound. What is your take on RL's annual meeting results? Does this level of continuity in leadership make you optimistic or concerned about the company's future direction? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights into the world of business filings. Also, Don't forget to check out our Discord community linked in the description for more in-depth discussions with fellow finance enthusiasts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.